Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'll be discussing the IPO one company that is open for subscription currently, and will be closing for subscription today. That is the company I will be discussing is Gandhar Oil Refinery India Limited. So the company is actually IPO is open from 22nd November and it will close today for subscription, and the allotment is actually expected to be finalized on 30th November and the listing is expected on 5th December. So the price band for the IPO is set as between 160 and 169 per share, and the minimum lot size is 88 shares, and the minimum amount required for retail investors is 14,872 rupees. And regarding this company, so it is one of the leading manufacturer of white oils in India. It actually caters to consumer and healthcare industries. As on June 30, 2022, the company offers a exclusive range of 350 products that actually falls under three categories: personal health, personal care, healthcare, and performance oils, lubricants and process and insulating oils under the brand name Diviol. So their products serve as crucial ingredients for use in products in consumer goods, healthcare, automobile, industrial, power, tire, and rubber, and are used by leading Indian and global companies. And as on June 2022, they cater to over 100 countries across the globe, and they have over 3,500 clients, including leading companies like Procter & Gamble, Unilever, Medico, Dabur, Incube, Patanjali Ayurved, Bajaj Consumer Care, Imami, and Amrutanjal Healthcare. And I will go through the more details of this regarding this company later. And regarding the financial performance of this company, so it has actually have posted a steady growth in revenues and profits. So its revenue was 2,069 crores in FY21. It increased to and the net profit was 161 crores. It increased to 3397 crores in FY22, and the net profit was 184 crores. It further increased to 4101 crores in FY23, and the net profit increased to 213 crores. In the first quarter June 2023, the net revenues was 1071 crores and the net profit is 54 crores. So it is likely to report over 220 crores net profit in FY24 as compared to 213 crores last year. So it has actually steadily increased net profit from 160 crores to over 220 crores, and reserves also increased in the last 4 years. Reserves increased from 355 crores to 763 crores. This balance sheet is very strong, and based on the equity capital, so the company is actually based on the latest equity capital, the company is coming with the IPO at the EPS. Company is actually having EPS of 23.77, and based on the price band of 160 to 169, the expected price earning is just 6.16. So that is very attractive for a company that is actually having steady growth in revenues over the period last 45 years, and having more than 3,500 customers, and caters to over companies in over 100 countries. So that is a very good attractive level for an IPO. And most brokers have a subscribe rating on this IPO, including Dilip Davda, and so most brokers like Anand Rathi, BP Equities, Wealth Capital Market, GPL Capital, Golden Truck, Insect Security, Share can all have subscribe rating this IPO. SMC Global all have subscribe rating the IPO. None have a neutral rating. And regarding the review of Dilip Davda in Chittorgarh.com, they have subscribe rating the IPO. So they mentioned that this is the leading manufacturer of white oils. It has reported a strong growth in top and bottom line, and based on the analysis FY24 earnings, the issue appears attractively priced. And so these products are actually used as ingredients for leading Indian global companies with manufacturing products for consumer, healthcare, and automobile, industrial, power, and tire and rubber sectors. And their products are actually sold in 100 countries across the globe, as mentioned earlier. And they have over 444 full-time employees. And they are actually the lead book-clearing leading managers for this issue as Lumom Health Management and ICICI Securities and LinkedIn Time is the registrar for this issue. And the paid-up capital will increase to just 19.57 crores after the IPO. And since considering the reserves of 750 crores, there is a good chance that this company can actually reward the investors in the terms of bonus issue in future. So the face value of this issue will be 2 per share. So there is a good chance that the company can actually declare a bonus issue in future, because equity capital is just 19.57 crores. So there is a good chance of good rewards for investors in future in this company. And the companies and it has a company actually declares dividend in FY21, 22 and 23. It can declare dividend in future also. And as per the list offer document, Savita Oil, Apar Industries and Panama Petro, Galaxy Surfactants are some of the peers mentioned. They are trading at different price and multiple of 13.59, 28 times, 11 times, 43 times. And the final conclusion mentioned here is that after dropping plans in 2007, the company is coming with IPO currently, and it has mentioned posted in bottom line and top line over the report piece, and it has created a niche place for white oil in among the top 5 players with customers like Hindustan Unilever, Procter & Gamble, Imami, etc. The valuations and the issues are attractively priced, and investors can actually apply for it in medium and long term rewards. That is mentioned as review in this jitorga.com by Dev Davda. And if you see the review by another broker, there is Anand Riti, they also mentioned a subscribe rating IPO. So they also mentioned that it's one of the leading manufacturer of white oils, catering to having 440 products and sold under the Dual brand. And they actually are the largest manufacturer of white oil by revenue in FY23. And they also mean their products are actually sold in 100 countries, 3,500 customers, different companies like Procter & Gamble, Dabur, etc. And all these are mentioned here. Regarding the valuation is mentioned that it is a leading market share of white oil markets focused on consumer and healthcare industries, and with a supplier base comprised of leading oil companies and competitive pricing and resilient, flexible and scalable business model with prudent risk management and framework along with experienced and qualified management team. At the upper end of price band, the company is valuing at a period of 7.4 times EBITDA, with a market cap of 16,540 million post issue, and the return on net worth 32.28%. So we believe that the valuations of the company are fairly priced and recommend a subscribe rating on the IPO. So they are also recommending a subscribe rating for this IPO. And they have mentioned a lot of factors like description of the business and all these are mentioned here. You can actually go through the report before applying for this IPO. And so a lot of strengths are actually mentioned, like they are the leading market share of white oil with a significant overseas sale focused on consumer and healthcare industries. And the global white oil market is oligopolistic with a few players active, with the top 10 players accounting for 45% of the global oil market. So the company was the largest manufacturer of white oil. So there are only few players in white oil segment, white oil market. So that is actually company is one of the few such players. So that will actually help the company to retain the clients and increase revenues in future. And the extensive and diversified customer base and supplier base comes from leading oil companies with competitive pricing terms. So they have tie-up with a large number of companies like Procter & Gamble, Unilever, etc. that will actually help them in future. And they have significant strategically located manufacturing facilities, in-house R&D capabilities. They have different manufacturing localities, 2 plants in Western India and 1 plant in Sharjah, catering to Gulf countries. So they have different, the capacity of these plants are also mentioned here, like 1,43,853 kiloliters for the Silvassa plant. And they are also planning an expansion. They expect to complete enhancing production capacity in FY24 for their Taloja plant. So based on the demand, higher demand, they can actually increase the capacity. They have a Sharjah plant also that caters to the customers in the Gulf region. And resilient, flexible and scalable business model, prudent risk management framework, and their strategy is increased focus on consumer and healthcare industries. And so there is the consumer market is expected to grow 9 points CAGR, reaching $0.92 billion by 2028 from $0.6 billion 2023. The consumer segment is actually expected to grow in future. That will actually increase the demand for their products and continue to increase overseas sales strategy, expanding product offerings. All these are mentioned as key strengths for this company, and they actually plan to strengthen their customer base by growing estimate customers, acquiring new customers, and strengthen the manufacturing R&D capabilities. And industry snapshots also mentioned here, and the listed some of the key market players are also mentioned here in the world market and Indian market. And market drivers are the robust growth in India's industries, increase in R&D to drive market growth, growing consumerism, focus on health and hygiene consciousness, and growing automotive industry to boost demand for automotive oils. And the outlook on the health specialty oil industry is also mentioned in this report. So this is a very good report. You can actually go through this, where the demand for different types of oils like petroleum jelly, lubricant oil, automotive oil, all are mentioned here. You can actually go through that. And And some of the listed peers mentioned here in this presentation is Savita Oil Technologies, Apar Industries, Panama Petrochem. They also manufacture different types of oils. They are mentioned as peers in this report. So some risk also mentioned here. You can actually go through them. So any delay, interruption, reduction of supply of raw materials to manufacture their products. So as per their interview of the management in channel like C Business, they told that they actually procure their raw materials from crude oil from different consumers in Saudi Arabia and South Korea. So so they have a good supply arrangements for their procurement raw material. From there, they actually manufacture these white oils, which is actually have strict quality control norms, because if they are actually used in the pharmaceutical industry, they should not be actually be toxic. So the strict quality control requirements are required for manufacturing in the quality in the healthcare segment. So companies actually having R&D and sufficient expertise to manufacture to the different segments, like including healthcare and cosmetic industry. And regarding the subscription figures for this IPO, at the end of the third day, the issue is already subscribed 17 times, and the retail subscription is over 20 subscribed 20 times. I'm actually expecting the IPO to over subscribed over 20 times in the retail segment, over 20-30 times in the retail segment, and over 20 times in the QAB segment, and the HNA segment is already subscribed 33 times. So based on the latest V-market premium, it is actually trading at a premium of 73 rupees. So that means that the company is actually expected to list at around 220 to 230 level. And so I'm actually expecting a very good listing for based on the subscription figures and based on the attractive valuation the company is actually coming in the IPO. So I am planning to apply for this IPO. If you're also convinced about this company's prospects, you can also consider applying for this.